What if I told you that 3 of Netflix's most popular documentaries accidentally exposed real mind control techniques that are being used on you right now? Not by shadowy government agencies, but by corporations, politicians, and even your own social media feeds. I'm talking about The Social Dilemma, Wild Wild Country, and The Push. 3 shows that millions watched for entertainment, not realizing they were getting a masterclass in psychological manipulation. What's even more disturbing? These techniques didn't stay on Netflix. They migrated into boardrooms, political campaigns, and marketing strategies worldwide. Let's start with The Social Dilemma. Most viewers thought they were learning about social media addiction, but buried in those interviews were the exact blueprints for something called intermittent variable reinforcement, the same psychological principle that makes gambling addictive. Former Google designer Tristan Harris explained how notifications are deliberately unpredictable. Sometimes you get rewarded with interesting content, sometimes you don't. This creates a dopamine loop stronger than cocaine. But here's what Netflix didn't emphasize. This technique isn't limited to apps. Major retailers now use this principle in their email marketing. Instead of sending regular promotions, they send unpredictable flash sales and limited-time offers. Your brain gets the same hit whether it's an Instagram like or a 30% discount notification. The anticipation becomes addictive. HR departments have weaponized this too. Instead of regular feedback, some companies now use random recognition programs, where praise comes unpredictably. Employees become conditioned to constantly seek approval, working harder for that next hit of validation. Now let's talk about Wild Wild Country. Most people remember it as a bizarre cult documentary about Rajneesh and his followers in Oregon. But psychologists who watched it recognized something terrifying, a perfect case study in mass manipulation through cognitive dissonance reduction. The documentary showed how Rajneesh's followers justified increasingly extreme actions by constantly reframing their reality. When the guru did something questionable, followers didn't abandon him. They changed their own beliefs to match his actions. This is cognitive dissonance at work. Political strategists studied this documentary obsessively. They realized that people will twist facts to match their emotional investments rather than change their minds. This insight reshaped modern political messaging. Instead of trying to convince people with facts, campaigns now focus on creating emotional investment first. Once someone feels part of a movement, they'll rationalize contradictory information rather than admit they were wrong. Sound familiar? But the most chilling example comes from The Push, a documentary that literally showed how ordinary people can be manipulated into attempting murder. Host Darren Brown used a technique called gradual escalation combined with social proof. The show demonstrated how someone could be led to push a stranger off a building through tiny, incremental steps. Each action seemed reasonable in isolation, but together they created a psychological pathway to the unthinkable. Sales organizations immediately recognized this as the foot-in-the-door technique on steroids. Start with tiny commitments, gradually increase the asks, and provide social proof that everyone else is doing it. Subscription services now use this exact model. Free trial leads to basic plan to premium, premium to family plan to additional services. Each step feels logical, but you end up paying 10 times what you originally intended. The documentary also revealed how social proof can override individual judgment. When the target saw actors behaving in certain ways, he followed suit without question. This principle is now used everywhere, from fake customer reviews to artificial scarcity notifications showing 23 people are looking at this item. But here's the truly disturbing part. These techniques work even when you know about them. Recognition doesn't equal immunity. Your brain is hardwired to respond to these triggers even when your rational mind knows better. The executives producing these Netflix documentaries thought they were creating entertainment and raising awareness. They didn't realize they were distributing instruction manuals for psychological manipulation to millions of viewers, including the very people who would use these techniques against us. Every swipe, every click, every purchase decision you make is now informed by strategies that were perfected in religious cults, gambling casinos, and psychological experiments. The line between documentary and blueprint has completely disappeared. So the next time you binge watch a Netflix documentary, ask yourself, are you learning about manipulation or learning how to be manipulated? Because in today's world, the difference might be smaller than you think. What other educational content is actually teaching us to be better victims? Let me know in the comments what you think about these hidden influences in our entertainment.